As night descended, there was a commotion at the Nicholson villa as the entrance door was busted down. Then, Gloria and her bodyguards from the Nicholson family barged in pompously. 2 men, who were more than 6 feet tall, were eye-catching. The 2 guards shared some resemblance, and the muscles on their bodies were chiseled like rock cliffs. They stood there like 2 huge mountains that evoked fear. Dahlia Nicholson, get out right now, Gloria yelled at the top of her lungs when she stepped foot in the house. Her face was still bruised from Dustin's beating in the morning, looking terrifying, especially with the awful scowl. Oh, if it isn't Madame Gloria. What brings you here? Florence emerged from the kitchen but jumped at the sight of the entourage. I'm asking you now. Where are Dahlia and Dustin? Gloria hissed through gritted teeth. They haven't been back since the morning. I have no idea where they went. Florence replied. Meekly. You have no idea. Are you trying to hide them? A woman with a bandaged face made her way out of the crowd. Florence was taken aback by the figure, whom she failed to recognize. Who are you? I'm Dakota, the woman in bandages yelled. Oh, it's Dakota. What happened to your face? How did you get injured this badly? Florence was shocked by the extent of Dakota's injuries. One couldn't tell her nose apart from her mouth, and it was harder to recognize her as she was all wrapped up in bandages. How dare you ask me that question? It's all thanks to your dearest daughter and son-in-law. They made me look like this. Dakota grimaced. She was born pretty and used her looks to her advantage, given that she was relatively talentless in other fields. However, Dustin destroyed her face with all the kicking and beating. It was not surprising that she would be infuriated. What? Did they beat you up? That can't be true. Florence gasped in disbelief. I am not the only victim. They also hurt Grandma. We must use the house law on those 2 treacherous jerks. Dakota yelled again. Florence, get them here, or I'll make you regret it. Gloria grew impatient. Madam Gloria, I have nothing to do with it. I really don't know where they went. Looking nervous, Florence added, my daughter is kind and innocent. She can't possibly hit anyone. I think this must be Dustin's doing. Just arrest him if you want. Me. You and your sweet words. I want her slapped. Gloria roared with rage. Yes, madam. The elderly servants that came with Gloria immediately went up and pinned Florence down. The biggest of them all slapped Florence hard on the face until she was seeing stars and bleeding from the nose. How dare you beat my mom? I'm not going easy on you. James, who had descended the stairs, was furious at the sight and dashed over while yelling, Cougar. Gloria gave one bulky bodyguard a look, and he went up to grab James by the collar, lifting the poor dude into the air like he was a puppy. Ooh! James' face turned a deep shade of red as he was suffocated. He struggled for his life, but he couldn't free himself. Let go of my son. A worried Florence butted against the elderly servants, grabbed a fruit knife from the table, and plunged it into Cougar's abdomen. They all heard a tiny clanking sound, but Cougar remained standing. The blade in Florence's hand broke into 2. What? She stared blankly at the knife.